Shout out to AB on this one.
Hey, label told me not to drop a tape.
Fuck him.
P.O. told me not to lead a state. Fuck him.
Motto of my life.
My motto's worth
Fuck.
AB.
Fuck.
Told you I was coming.
Young nigga, you got a 9.
I see you, ISO Joe.
Your dog down for him an ounce. I can see you
How
trying.
ISO Joe get a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
Because he just got signed by the Pistons.
Oh, okay, so he better than Melo then. Is what I mean.
Respect the 9.
Fuck.
And I know 9 niggas chillin'. 3 of them tellin'. I got 9 niggas with me. 8 of them.
It's like sometimes this type of energy is just super appropriate. Like
For sure.
Normally my vibe is always a chill vibe, always an R&B vibe, but sometimes you just need this type of like something that's aggressive just to remind motherfuckers if you needed to be an animal, I can be.
So I'ma try to kill him 9 times.
Eh?
Shout out the niggas.
Shout out to Yo Gotti for having the gunshots built into his beat. I ain't got to do no sound effects. 'Cause I ain't got them. You hear me?
Right.
Hey, yo,
gave us
gotta
9
keep one, bro.
Solid.
He keep it hit.
Where Gotti been at?
Somewhere where Nate talking about he keep a hit. That motherfucker ain't been here.
He
Right,
keep
right.
it hit.
He keep a hit, bro. He keep a hit. Where he been at?
No, he do keep a
He
hit.
keep it
He
hit,
keep,
bro.
he keep one, but it's just I don't know where he been.
Yeah, I couldn't.
He
tell
been
you.
like letting Black Youngster get a shine on.
You bitch.
hey,
You hear me?
whore.
Horse, you horse. Yo, I forgot he was one of like Black Youngster, his protege.
Yeah. You whore?
Hey, he's one of the best proteges, bro.
Who? Yo Gotti?
No.
Oh,
Black Youngster.
Black Youngster.
Yeah.
He definitely uses internet to his benefit. I don't follow Black Youngster, but I need to because I hear his IG story.
It's lit, bro.
It's lit. Occasionally, it's like is it consistently lit or occasionally lit? Like,
Occasionally. Well, I don't know. It's anytime
it-
little dirty cuss send us
yeah, anytime
direct us
LDC,
to hey, go to Black Youngster's page.
anytime LDC let us know. That's why I don't follow him because we already got
Hey,
somebody
they be
that's
on
gonna
there
let us
going
know.
crazy.
Speaking of LDC, shout out to Bob.
Shouts out, Bob.
Shout out to Bob.
Young Bobby.
Hey, Bob is the man.
Bob's a neighborhood hero.
Did you download?
That what?
Did you download?
Yeah, no, I've been had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Bob. Shout out to Nation. Shout out to White Pants. In a couple months. Let me introduce this shit. Welcome back to the ITL podcast. I go by the name Johnny Will.
Hey, yo, this is Nationwide Nate.
Cartier King cashing in.
Why did you try to do something different?
Hey,
I don't know,
did, though.
man.
Hey, I kind of liked it, though.
He gave us a little flavor
He
today.
said, hey, yo.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm good, bro.
And I
This
appreciate
little
that.
brown got me feeling good. You know what I mean?
You hear me?
It's about to be Friday. Shit.
We
I ain't doing shit tomorrow. Fuck what?
Facts.
Fuck.
I'll be doing. I got 3 pod interviews tomorrow, so I'll be doing that all day. Other than that, catch me in my office at 5. You know, we'll turn up.
For sure.
Jay will be at work. Like, you catch my drift?
Right. No incrimination. But yeah. I like the new intro. Keep that going, man. I'm be expecting
Hey,
that.
keep that same energy, B.
Now, if you don't do it, I'm gonna think you're in a bad mood.
Nah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm
Yo,
Gucci.
before we cut on the shit, Cartier was playing Sway Lee,
Don't be
late.
and we talked about him as a chorus man, but I really feel like Ray Shremmerd is over.
I mean,
I feel like they done. I don't want to hear another 3-album CD.
Ray Shremmerd as a group might be done, but Sway Lee not.
Okay, so you agree with me then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could be done for sure.
Now, did you appreciate Jimmy? What's his name? Slim Jimmy.
Slim
Did
Jimmy.
you appreciate his side though?
Yeah,
Like
I
his
did.
side of the CD.
Yeah, there was a few songs.
It's
in
very
there.
rare that you dislike some music though, unless it's J. Cole. Like I don't know if you say that to piss Nate off.
No.
Bro, you didn't
No.
fuck with KOD on the
That's
beach.
not true, bro.
You didn't fuck with KOD
Not
on the beach.
beach.
bro.
No, I didn't. No, but I fuck with the CD though. But like I gave context to that. I said I didn't fuck with it because I was on the beach and I was trying to hear some Migos or some shit. And that's just how I was
Just
feeling.
picture you on the beach talking about fell in love with photograph.
Right. Like
you like nah,
this
ain't-
don't
this
work.
ain't the
This ain't
vibe.
it, bruh. So I tried to listen
Kevin's
to it.
heart.
Jazz was like, "What are we listening to?" I'm like,
Kevin's heart.
I don't. Hey, he way too wordy for the beach, bro.
Right.
But nah, man. Sway Lee, he had a purpose. He's a great live performer.
Give me a go-to beach music.
It's gotta be.
Hold on, let me cue it up. Let me.
Don't be late.
Hey, facts. Facts. Let me find mine. Here go mine.
Actually, I got a list, a playlist here.
So some beach music, some Ty Dolla $igns, of course.
Hey, he know Nationwide know because that's who I'm playing,
I'm gonna
baby.
give you somebody.
Hold up.
That a lot of people don't
Let
fuck with no more.
Drop top in the rain.
Like he said, some Ty, some dollar sign.
Yeah, you gotta play Ty.
I ain't gonna lie, I mean, this some more like
Ty Dolla $igns and Jeremiah got a
Q Money Neat.
mixtape together. That shit go hard for the beach. Kid Ink.
Kid
Got
Ink,
some
definitely.
banging beach music.
Yeah. But when this dropped though,
I know you love it. That pussy feel like drop top in the rain. Whoa, whoa, drop top in the rain.
with a glass of your favorite
Hey
drink.
yo,
Woo!
I missed this past beach vacation. I'm not missing that.
Drop top in the rain.
And you got your knees out today, boy. Let them knees out.
Yeah.
He ain't even
Nationwide,
saying
bro.
nothing, but he did he on the song all day, but it's banging.
Hey, White Pants, you can't miss it next one.
Oh no, I'm there for sure. For sure.
Man, I don't know. That right there, that's beach music, that's any type of that's plain music, that's vacation, that's gonna be Vegas music. It's anytime.
Yeah, that Ty Dolla $ign is dope for sure. He definitely. I mean, he put you in vibes for whatever, like every aspect. Just some chill ride shit with your girl, beach vibes. Like
On the beach,
get ready for
though?
the club mode.
Oh shit,
turn
the album
up.
is called Beach House.
On
No
the
wonder.
beach, I like throwing that shit back to like.
Whoa.
Whoa, goddamn.
You like what now?
Throwing that shit back to like
Whoa.
Travis Porter, Waka Flocka,
Oh, throwing the music back.
Young LA, you know what I'm saying? International player.
He said
anthem.
Houston.
Roscoe Dash type shit, swag surfing, you know. Those definitely had a beach lit.
I don't know. I haven't listened to Travis Porter on the beach, but I can.
That shit was lit.
I
But
can
that's like
understand the energy,
8 years
though.
ago too, so I don't know if it still go live.
Right. I can understand. Well, no, if you play Go Shorty,
I don't care where you at. That shit gonna go. Motherfucker, so you telling me people don't fuck
I'm gonna
with
try to
that?
cue yours up. Go ahead.
What? I got it right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Travis.
Let's see this shit.
Yeah, man.
I know Travis Porter give you the energy. I ain't gonna lie. It like you got this LimeWire Travis Porter too.
Yeah, this is some
Is this
vintage
one
shit.
Railroad?
Spin some fresh on the track. Pretty boy Tank, what up? DJ Incredible, DJ Geronimo. Hey, plus what it do, my nigga? DJ Blue, what's happening?
Walking through the crowd and I seen her with her team. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Girl, I like them jeans." I told her.
Go! Y'all didn't get hype. Yeah, but you're supposed to be the beach music.
Nah, bro, we ain't got. I mean, we was letting the people feel it. You know what I'm saying? We was letting them enjoy the track on full blast. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, wait. Hop down the stage,
Hey.
jump through the crowd,
Okay.
drunker than a white boy,
Hey.
pouring on that ass. Music was too loud.
I see what he mean by he threw it back. Yo, now
Yeah.
on the beach, you got your favorite tunes. Now, what's your go-to beverage though?
Go
Because
to beverage.
it's hot as fuck
It
outside. Do
has
you
to
want to go
be-
something super hard?
Nah.
Or you going with something clear?
No. I mean, ain't no laws with White Claws. I haven't had a chance to experience that yet because they weren't out when we were on the beach.
Fuck
But
a White Claw.
beyond that, vodka Red Bull.
He said cocaine.
Right. Nigga said.
Right.
But yeah, what was I saying? Vodka and Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bull on the yeah.
The
I
Vodka
don't know,
Red
man.
Bull
With
go.
ice.
You trying to have a heart attack?
Nah.
Nah.
Vodka Red Bull go.
Vodka Red Bull on ice. You gotta have the ice though.
You gotta have it clear for sure. because the dark is too aggressive for the sun.
It is pretty aggressive. And now the main thing about a good beach day is being prepared, bro. You have to go out there with a cooler with ice.
Can I say something that's probably an unpopular opinion?
What's up?
Hennessy is overrated for vacation. Like fuck Hennessy on vacation.
Fuck Hennessy every day of the week.
Nah. Hennessy on a good snowy
Snow
day, snow day, kickback. Yeah, Hennessy is appropriate for the snow day. But fuck Hennessy if I'm anywhere tropical.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't drink Hennessy. I don't buy Hennessy no more.
I ain't bought Hennessy in forever. Shout out to Charles. He's the Hennessy supplier if we ever do drink something.
Hey,
Yeah, I ain't
facts.
had Hennessy either. I feel like
I take that back.
Hennessy Coke still is the shit. But I'm not trying to like take no shots at Hennessy right now.
Nah, that ain't really how my.
That's because that Hennessy would be
My
like
radar.
fight all 6 of these niggas.
And then throw up right after.
But I did have a Hennessy maybe 3 weeks ago just for the like, I ain't had it in a while. I had to go back true to my roots. You ever feel like you lose yourself?
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I got to drink what I
He
started
said, you know
from.
what?
I got to drink what I started with.
Well, I need to start drinking 1800 again.
Nah, I can't even
Fuck
take the smell of that.
Hey. Tequila is one of those things once you start drinking it, like after you get through that first shot, man, you can have a hell of a night.
Break down the rules of day drinking.
Day drinking?
No, well, so to I'm gonna have you go through it step by step. But I was going. This is my first time maybe going, or actually on a plane, and obviously, I called my guy and I said, "Look, I'm about to go to Fort Lauderdale on the beach, plan to be drinking. How, what's my go-to?" And this motherfucker's advice said, "The key to drinking, the key to day drinking is don't stop. Once you start drinking, you got to drink all day, otherwise you'll crash."
That's 100% true.
That's
Now,
some bullshit.
It sounds like some bullshit, but it's not really though. You just have to plan your day out, and you can't have no downtime. So say we in Florida, on a Friday. So we wake up, pour a shot, boom, go to breakfast, drink some mimosas. You already feeling it. You eat, y'all go, say to the mall, grab some clothes, hit the bar at the mall. You take a few shots there.
Because if you stop, you will be asleep.
Absolutely. That's the thing is if you stop, you will go to sleep. And if you go to sleep, it's hard to recover that same day, bro. Unless you get like a lot of sleep.
So here's my routine now. I start the day with beer.
Okay.
Like if instead of mimosa, when we was in Puerto Rico, I was eating eggs and beer. Like it was breakfast and beer.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like let's ease into it.
Yeah,
type of
breakfast and beer is cool.
That was my toast. Beer. It's my jelly and toast.
But you just can't be banging down too many shots at fucking 8
I
a.m.
went shotgunning them joints.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah,
Regular
yeah.
shots.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, beer. Yeah, like beer is a good starter. Kegs and eggs. Obviously beer and eggs. So, definitely we got to do that. So this football season, fellas, we need to have kegs and eggs. That means that we need to have a sleepover the day before the game. I hope y'all ready because we about to get litty.
SPB. Look, no homo. When are you trying to have a sleepover? Throw it back.
Shit, we gonna pick a game, man. We gonna pick a. It gotta be a good game though. So we doing this from Friday into a college game, or we gonna do it? I think we should do it into a college game because those be the most lit.
Well, you were the one got Saturday commitments.
Nah, let's just do the Team Up North game
But why do we have to sleep over though?
because y'all not gonna get to my house at fucking early enough. Like I'm trying to wake up, be drinking immediately, and start cooking. And y'all motherfuckers gonna get there at noon. And by that time, the whole day is gonna be ruined.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Now, if you cooking, then
No, that's what kegs and eggs. It's like you eating brunch and drinking beer, mimosas, and liquor. So it's like, but it has to be like everybody has to dedicate themselves to this. You can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna show up whenever and then we gonna start kicking it because it's boring. Like just being able to wake up drinking and be like, bro, I cracked my first beer at 7:15. Just to be able to say that already starts you off hype, and then you finish the day great, bro.
you ever like speaking of kegs and eggs, you ever see a chick's beer choice and it turn you off?
Man,
Like-
bruh.
like if it-
I done seen a chick go
You
to
see
the
a Busch
bar and was
Light.
like, let me get a PBR. I'm like,
hell no.
damn, you
Nationwide, you ever see somebody drink choice turn you off?
Nah, Not really.
This motherfucker.
Right. Bitch go up there and be like, let me get some gin. I'm like, we can't be friends.
Hey, no. You definitely don't want to mess with no chick drinking gin.
See, I ain't seen that happen though.
She'll
You know what I'm
stab you.
saying?
She'll stab you that night.
Right.
I ain't seen that happen. But no, I haven't.
Thanks, Nate.
Sorry. Sorry. What you want me to say?
We got to get into something. Antonio Brown.
Clown.
He's had a hell of a couple weeks, man.
Hey, man.
Defend your guy.
You were super ready to defend him until he was no longer a Raider.
Nah, the main thing about that situation is that I definitely was defending him, but it was due to the fact that a lot of stuff didn't affect his tenure on the team. He hadn't been missing a lot of practices, or he missed one practice. So at that point, I was saying that, all the stuff that people are reporting and complaining about, it doesn't matter. But then things started changing, and he started doing things that did matter. Like, it's so much stuff has happened, I can't even recall. Getting on social media talking about release me, uploading audio of Coach Gruden, raping chicks. It's like it's detrimental to the team at that point. Because the helmet thing was an attempt to get your helmet.
Did you just say rape is detrimental to the team?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, all those things I mentioned were detrimental. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. It's an allegation. It's an accusation at this point.
Well, it's a fact that he busted that nut on her back. So that was inappropriate.
It's the accusation of rape. We don't know whether it's
How's
consensual.
that inappropriate if it was that point was consensual though?
Bro.
Wait. Is that a form of
Yes, it is.
rape? Like if
If it was unwarranted, yes.
no, like
If you
I
didn't get
consent to
express
sex,
consent
but I
to-
don't consent to you coming on me.
Right, all on my back and shoulders.
Theoretically, yes, it is.
Yo, that's kind of wild, but like, if he got enough semen to go on her back and shoulders, like he built up, fam. Like,
All that means is he wasn't getting no act.
he ain't getting no action.
His baby mama wasn't even pushing out nothing. She from the city? Well, kinda. She from Springboro.
Oh, word.
So check this out.
Hey, become ref, bro. I need some.
Right,
people.
come bring your ass out here, cuz. Meet me somewhere. But yeah, bro. So she from Springboro,
Hey, be
and
some
what's crazy is like, I don't know if this is true, but this is a theory that me and G came up with. Is bro, when he got signed to the Raiders, like they had some temporary housing out there, but like they never like moved, and bro, I think they like moved to New England.
Who?
Him and his family, like they up and ready to move.
Ah,
move.
okay.
So it was almost like he never really wanted to be.
I like how
Oakland anyway.
niggas explain, like give you description when they want to let you know they serious, like move.
Hey, it's true though.
Like I'm dead serious. Like, nah, I love you for real.
I fuck
Yeah,
with
you
you,
put
fuck
the
with you,
emphasis
bro.
on that.
You gotta put the. You know who Nate is? Man, no, Nate. Oh,
Nate.
that
No,
Nate.
Nate.
That Nate.
Nate. They be like,
Yeah, put
oh.
that. Yeah.
But what's crazy is that you actually understand it.
What about the timing of it all though? Of all this coming out.
I don't know what to make about the timing. Honestly, I don't. But like with the AB, I don't want to lump the rape allegations and the sexual assault allegations in with his just off the field behavior, just in general with the Raiders. I don't want to put that all into the same conversation. Like, so let's deal with just the Raiders organization first.
Okay.
The feet. Okay, I'm not gonna
Literally his feet.
Yeah, his feet. I'm not gonna knock you too much. Like you went into like the cryotherapy,
Yeah,
whatever it's
yeah.
called. You didn't wear the right protective gear, and you have frostbite on your feet. So I get that. But missing practices, filing multiple grievances against the NFL for the wear of the helmet that you
Stop
want to wear.
saying against the NFL, bro. It was a grievance to allow him to wear a helmet. It sounds
against
so
it.
much
It's-
different.
Who's
the
against
same
though?
thing.
It's not against. It's to the NFL.
It's the same
No,
thing.
it's not the same thing.
But filing multiple.
It's against one of their rulings, so it's against
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
filing multiple grievances. I don't know if I already said missing practices. Putting out letters that your GM sent you on why you got fined because you missed practice. Like going at your GM aggressively, like ready to fight or whatever, like exchanging or saying
Cracker.
like racial
Racially insensitive.
Yeah,
words.
racially insensitive comments. It's just like everything he did. Like I just seen it continue to build one thing after another, and that's why I kept calling him a prima donna, because all he was worried about, like he tried to make himself bigger than the Raiders organization, bigger than NFL. Now you have those folks out here say this was all a plan of his to get released so he can ultimately sign with the Patriots or sign wherever he wanted to sign.
Can I ask you a question?
Maybe that's true. I don't know.
Is that always a bad thing though? When you try to make yourself, when you try to stand out amongst the team, because the NFL, that's why that's one of the reasons why LeBron started the glass helmet, because you can't see their faces, right? So it's always team, the shield. The moment you try to brand yourself, then you look at as combative and detrimental to the team. In AB's case, I would agree, but I'm just saying in general, is it always a bad thing to where I want to stand out? I'm Richard Sherman. I want to talk shit so I can get recognized.
I don't think it's a bad thing as long as you're going out like you still putting team first, like, and you're not being a cancer in the locker room. Like if you're being a cancer in the locker room and causing a whole bunch of different commotion, then yes, I think it's a bad thing. But I have no problems with any player want to build his own brand, and just build up his fame and his following. As an individual, I have no problems with that. But once you start becoming a problem, and it's one thing after another, the AB situation is a distraction. Yeah. I think that's the problem. So, like, I saw this coming. Like, and I understand. Like, I'm pretty sure the Raiders are not the Raiders, but the Steelers are happy they don't have to deal with it. And I think at this point, the Raiders are happy they don't have to deal with AB and his shenanigans. Now, to these rape allegations, I mean, it's. Unfortunately, I think we live in a society to where the public opinion like rules you guilty immediately, and this is supposed to be America's based like the American legal system is you're innocent until proven guilty. I think we need to hear all facts, let it play out in court. The way I look at it is if he didn't do it, if the woman is lying on him, I think she should be charged. And she should be held liable in some type of way for making false allegations. However, if he did do these things, then I think he should be not only civilly, he should receive civil consequences, but he also should possibly face jail time.
100%. I mean, that's obvious.
That wasn't a hot take there, Nate.
Right.
No, I mean, it's not a hot take, but it's the fact that she just filed a civil lawsuit. It's no legal actions taken upon him at the current moment. So it's just a civil case.
Do you think this keeps him off the field?
No.
Yes, it does.
I don't.
He's already on the exempt list.
Since when?
He's going on tomorrow morning.
I haven't heard those reports.
You haven't?
No, I haven't heard those reports about him.
Well, I got the insiders, B, so.
I haven't heard those reports about him going on.
Leroy said
I'm Leroy.
Like, I haven't heard. but let's stay here. I haven't heard those reports about him going on a civil commissioner exempt list.
Civil list.
The commissioner exempt list. I don't have a problem with it. If they put him on exempt list, then perfectly fine. Where I have a problem is the New England Patriots owner is also dealing with a sexual assault case, pretty much, like with the whole Florida massage.
Who crashed?
Parlor therapy.
Yeah, massage therapy.
That's
Crab.
right. That's right.
So it's like, why isn't he on some type of exempt list? Why is he still allowed to attend the games and run the business operations of the Patriots? So if you're gonna put AB on it, Kraft need to be on some type of list as well, to where he shouldn't be allowed at the games. He shouldn't be allowed to run their operations. Like, so that's if you're gonna hold the players to a certain standard, the owners need to be held to that same standard, if not more.
I 100% agree. Does Goodell have that power though?
I would say no, because the owners
you walk
are.
into your boss's office.
Yeah.
The
owners are the one who write his paycheck. So right. I doubt it. He's not even gonna like
attempt that.
Yeah.
Now sticking with being a player that's trying to build your brand. The Browns was in the news, and it wasn't for winning. The Browns were in the news again. It made headlines because of the watch that Odell Beckham wore. Cartier King. You have what are your thoughts on him wearing a watch on the field?
Richard Milley.
According to sources, they said it's either a $250K watch or $350K watch. The gist of it is that it's super expensive.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he's wearing it during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get your commentary.
it appeared to have some sort of hard surface on it. So I think that's a dumb fucking move. You know, I understand flossing and all that, but you're going to have to hold that up right there at, you know, kickoff, because a lot of players, like, warm up with visors on that are, like, dark colored, but then they switch to a clear one during the game. I think the same rules apply to high school football as NFL, where you can only wear dark visor if you're medically approved to do so. And that was how and why I was able to wear dark visor in high school. Shout out to Doc. So pretty much he should have cut that watch shit off in pregame and ended it there.
If I'm the Browns, I'm excited about the watch. You know how many seasons to where they just were an afterthought? Now, of course, they want to be in the headline, in the news for winning, but it's got to be a transition to that point. You got to put in the work to become a winner. And in the meantime, if you can't be a winner, why not be infamous? Why not be in the news for some type of anything, because it's going to generate tickets? Nationwide sent to the group immediately almost on Sunday that the Browns is a paper team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're a paper team, which is true. They got to learn how to play together. You know, they got a lot of names. They got to learn how to play together. But I think Odell and that watch is just another thing to where it's like, yo, I am going to show you that I am my own man outside of the Browns, and they need that. They need that type of ordeal, especially the Browns, because they haven't – it's like the Lakers. Ain't nobody been talking about them, so you need some type of commotion to bring it up, or to talk about the Browns.
Yeah. I have zero issues with him wearing a watch during the game, because there isn't any rules against him wearing a watch or any jury. There wasn't any rules in place at the time for him. He's not receiving any type of fines or anything because of that. So I have zero problems. But because it, like Cartier mentioned, it has obviously a watch has a hard surface, so they don't want you wearing anything with a hard surface. They ask him to not wear it moving forward. So as long as he doesn't step on the field with a watch moving forward, I don't see the big deal. I hope no one is talking about this.
He said he's wearing it again Sunday.
Now, if he continues to wear it, then yes, it becomes a big deal now, because now it becomes a distraction. Now you potentially may face financial penalties. Like, let's not make yourself a distraction. That's
my
thing.
is, I understand it's a distraction for any team other than the Browns. They haven't been a winning organization, so what are you distracting them from?
I mean, it's going to be a distraction regardless, because if the NFL tells you not to wear it and you continue to wear
Distraction from what?
Why?
It could be a distraction to his teammates, I think.
But they haven't been a winning team.
It's just, I mean,
so let's get in the news for something.
No, but that's stupid. No, they're in the news. Once they traded for OBJ, they were in the news. They were already talked about being a playoff team and things of that nature.
But see, that's kind of the difference between the old school divas and the new school divas. Like, the old school divas still went out and balled. Like, they would do what they did off the field, but they was going to put in work on the field. Deion Sanders in all his prime time, you still wasn't going to throw his way.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Delete that shit.
Facts. But it's like the new school divas, they don't put in that same type of work on the field.
See.
To
Let's
not to the OBJ in Miami situation. This nigga dropped 5 balls.
Bro,
I mean, he did.
Deion has had a bad game before.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Bro, it's 5 balls, 1 game. But
playoff game.
I understand. I
Win
get
or go
it.
home.
I get it.
And he went home.
I get what you're saying. But he still is a baller, bro.
I'm not even going back to that. I'm not about to knock him for that, because it was an off day. Like, so they got the Monday off. Tuesday's an automatic off day in the NFL in general. So you think about it, you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, because I think they didn't play on the Saturday, whatever. So I have zero problems with that. Like, a lot of the players, even if you don't travel to a different city, a lot of their players act a fool in within the city that they play in on their off days. Like, I've been in the atmosphere to where they throwing parties, or they had a fucking strip club and shit like that. Like, so, I mean, that's just part of being in the NFL. So I had zero problems with that, him traveling to Miami. But at the end of the day, you do still have to go out and perform. So if you don't perform, then, yeah, everybody's going to be critical of you going to Miami.
Right.
Like that.
Same with the watch then.
Yeah, that comes with it.
Same with the watch. You go wear the watch, you got to perform.
But he did play good.
But
I'm just saying, though.
I just think if the NFL asks you not to wear it because of safety or whatever the reason that they gave them, don't wear the fucking watch, bro. Like, simple as that. Like, I get tired of people, like, trying to bend and break
Buck
the
the
rules
system
for
for no
buck
reason.
buck the system for no reason. That's stupid.
Yeah, it don't make sense. That's why I was saying, I think he should just leave that shit in pregame. It's like, I don't know, man.
Now I think the NFL do need to be a little bit more lenient on the cleats. Like I would like to see.
No, they
some
super lenient now.
like I would like to. Like, can they wear the gold ones now?
They loosen up many of rules. Like I don't know if they can wear.
Did they loosen up the sock rule yet?
Yeah, they loosen up the sock rule. They loosen up the like you can't wear a gold plated or chrome plated like bottom. Like, but like, far as your cleat,
My nigga showed me his feet though.
Right. Hey, nigga said my shit gold plated.
Okay, I didn't need to see him, bro. I know she got it.
but like far as the color and the style of the cleats, you can wear like they lenient now. The visor, you can even wear dark visors now, like that. Like you must wear a clear visor. That's a pass rule this year. They opened
about
that up. The college still
I
kind of
thought it was
strict.
still medical though, Nate.
No. They opened it up all the way. So like the NFL is becoming more lenient. Even with the celebrations, all that shit. They making rules to become more player friendly. There's no point in bucking the system when it's not fucking necessary. Like, I think that's stupid.
So there was something that was shared to the group chat today, and it said California State Assembly unanimously passes bill to allow college athletes
shit.
to profit from endorsements.
Good shit.
How I don't understand how they can do that if it's still under the NCAA umbrella. Like
Okay.
how's that possible?
Okay.
NCAA, I don't think they can govern a state law.
I mean, I get it.
Well-
It would make sense if they can, but it still would. They can determine eligibility. It's
No.
the clearinghouse, right?
Here's the thing: the NCAA can govern the sports eligibility of the school or sports accreditation, whatever you want to call it, of the school. What the state was doing was saying you cannot take a player's scholarship away if they take an endorsement deal because of their likeness and because of their name.
So what does that mean? That means I'm already a student athlete.
You're student like so. First, let's be clear. This isn't going to go in place until 2023, so 3 years away. So if I'm a student athlete, I'm a superstar. I'm able if a car dealership want me to come shoot a commercial, they want to give me a BMW as pay for that commercial.
Because athletes be an enterprise.
Like I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
FitX.
Like if some booster want me to come do an autograph signing and want to pay me $10,000, I can do that now because of this ruling. I'm able to make money off my likeness, which I think is perfectly fine. I think in this capitalistic society, in a free market system, players should be able to make money off their name. Now, what the NCAA is trying to do to combat this and to prevent this from happening is they're going to tell all the schools in the state.
Flip.
Nate said, I might spill drink on my shirt. I can do that.
But what they're trying to say, tell all the schools in California.
Why the couch cushions just vibrate though? What you do over there, bro?
Hey, I had some rumble in the jungle right
The
there.
NCAA is going to try to prevent or basically told the schools in California, if this law passed, you're going to be ineligible to play in any college tournament and compete for college championships. Well, I'm glad California passed this is because this is going to force the NCAA's hand. This is the way of the future. I think players should be able to make money off their likeness.
For sure.
Colleges isn't going to have to spend any type of money to pay the players because this is not coming out their pockets. And we already have other states like North Carolina is already working on their own bill similar to the one that passed in California to pass where players can make money off their own likeness. This is $1 billion industry. Everybody is making billions. Coaches is making millions. Let the players make their money.
Speaking of money and cash, did you know that you can message on Cash App?
Message?
Like I had to.
No, I know
I
that you
paid
can-
somebody, and you know how you put like what
I
the
know
money's for in the Cash App.
Yeah,
the motherfucker replied back to me. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you could be like, thanks.
Yeah, like I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, you're like, right here, reply.
So I mean, I know this was like sorry to derail it from what the hell he was talking about, but it just caught me off guard. How the hell were you able to respond back to me through Cash App?
That is weird if you didn't know.
I didn't know that. It's kind of caught off guard by that. But anyways, what do you think of the ruling, Cartier? I mean, obviously, we all think it would be a good idea and a good thing. But does that mean that enrollment in California schools is going to go up? Because,
USC about to be
you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm about to go over here because I can
I can earn
bubble
money
off my
here.
name.
I think that it won't make a huge effect on recruiting and things like that because there is the bag man, and I think schools are just gonna let kids know, like, look, man, we got the bag man, we still giving out more money than them anyway, so just pull up and we got you. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that there's people getting brown paper bags full of money.
Oh, that happens for sure.
So
Y'all snitches, bro.
ain't no snitches, B, but I do know that. So
I wrote this song in '94.
Nah,
statute of limitations.
like
Like
I
I
said,
talk like this.
it's going to be a trickle down effect because it's only going to happen in other states, and also when you think about the conferences, like
I love his takes though. It's
Like-
only gonna happen in other
no,
states.
like because like I said,
States, only.
only
like,
only
it's
in
going to
other states.
happen because like I said,
Other counties.
North Carolina is already working on it. So if you're in North Carolina, so we're talking about North Carolina, Duke, whatever, if they're about to pass a similar law, if you're Clemson and you're South Carolina, no, South Carolina, we need to do the same thing because we're not about to lose recruits to North Carolina and fucking Duke. If Clemson is the state of South Carolina pass a law, then fucking Bama because
So,
we're going after the same players.
What happens to a coach if they lose recruits?
You begin to lose games, and then your job is on the line. You become on the hot seat.
Exactly, which is why Carmelo's not being blackballed.
Nah, but before we leave, before
Wow.
before we
Bro.
leave this topic though,
He been waiting on that
The
one.
Segway King. You hear me?
before we leave this topic, because I want to pull this all together, connect the dots for just the average general fan, and why we
Pull
should
back
care.
the curtain, Nate.
Like why we should care, just the average fan is by them passing this law. This is the first step to us getting NCAA football and March Madness back. Because now that players can make their money off their own likeness, EA Sports can pay players, and we can get our fucking game back.
So that means you start ignoring your girl in July.
Yeah.
Hey, just so y'all know,
about to lose a
I
month,
know
ladies.
y'all don't care about this, but Call of Duty drop October 25th, B. So if you trying to get a hold of me between then and December 1st, then good luck.
I tell you what, though, I was getting my ass busted in Call of Duty by some 13-year-olds. I put the sticks down. 'cause
They was when they were talking that
they was
cash
talking
shit,
big
wasn't
shit.
they?
I was ready to
know
come
they
through the
was.
TV.
Like, where you at, you little motherfucker?
Hey, right.
I'll beat your ass.
But anyways, Carmelo. All right, so let me kind of give some context. to
Let
this.
me.
We've been having discussions
Yes.
on wax and off wax whether Carmelo is being blackballed. I am under the belief that Carmelo is not being blackballed because no one can give me a valid reason to why you would want to blackball Melo. I just really think he doesn't fit a coach's vision. Now, you can question the coach's vision, but you can't question whether he fits the coach's vision, whatever that may be. I'm not going to stunt the growth of a rookie because I want to give 17-year vet Melo an opportunity, especially if I'm not a championship contender team. If I am a championship caliber team, then I'm still looking at how does he fit that piece. So today, Stephen A. Smith was on the Breakfast Club, and he talked about the blackballing of Carmelo. Now, he is under the belief that Carmelo is being blackballed, and his reasons were that, number one, there's not 250 players that are better than Carmelo Anthony. Right. He also said that he talked to a few coaches, and they said, if I'm looking at my roster rotation of 1 through 8, Melo may not fit my 1 through 8 roster, but he may fit 9 through 15. Carmelo's a Hall of Famer, so you'll have a hard time explaining to fans why Carmelo is not getting playing time because he's the ninth man off the bench and not one of those 1 through 8. And coaches don't want to take that type of heat. They don't want to take that type of scrutiny because it ultimately leads to you being fired. And that's my point. If I'm a coach, I probably wouldn't want that either if he's not in my 1 through 8 vision. Again, if you want to question my vision, that's one thing. But if you're not in my 1 through 8 vision, then I'm not bringing you on board. I don't think that's blackballing Melo. Joe Johnson just went to the Big Three and showed that he could still ball, showed that he was still able to play the game. Instead of being at Lifetime Fitness, Carmelo should go to the Big Three, prove that he's capable, prove that he's not a ball stopper, prove that he can get out there and shit on Corey Maggette and get back in the league.
Oh,
You hear me?
Fire tape. What's up, Nate? What you got?
Nothing.
man, Carmelo should have a job. He's definitely a top 200 player still to this day.
To this day.
And anybody, I mean, if you want to say anything against that, like, it's just false. I'm sorry.
It's not about being better. It's about fitting the puzzle.
I mean, at the end of the day, I understand why. I tell you that. I don't understand why he's not in the league. To be honest, like
A lot of people are trying to see their life in the puzzle, but you can't see it in the piece.
Like I
because
think
it's not the whole picture.
Damn, that was deep.
I think a lot of people is just trying to make him a scapegoat. A lot of people is living on this. He's an ISO ball player, but the NBA is ISO ball in general. I don't know, man. Like at the end of the day, I think he is ultimately is going to get another opportunity. I just hope he goes to a place to where he can beat Melo and he doesn't have to fit in and conform to some type of system that he doesn't
But
necessarily.
no, just think
fit.
about it. If you're a coach and if you're looking at your roster and he doesn't fit your 1 through 8, do you still bring him on to
No,
be
no,
9?
no, hell no, not. Like, I mean, it makes sense as a GM. If he doesn't fit your roster, it doesn't make sense to bring him in, like, at all. So that's why I'm hoping, like we could say, yeah, he belongs in the NBA. Out of the 13, someone can use him, but you're not gonna bring him into a situation where he just doesn't fit.
But-
and like, if you're not trying to win now, and you got a whole bunch of rookies, why bring him in? It doesn't make sense.
But see, much like music in sports, all like where you were, your age and how you saw a player for the first time matters, and that's why we hang on to a player's talent, and we have a hard time letting go of that this person may not be what he used to be. That's why when you look at old heads, they'll tell you ain't nobody in the world better than Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying?
B.
Nobody. But for us, you can remember going to high school wearing a Carmelo McDonald's jersey. You know what I'm saying? So there's that nostalgia there. So you couldn't convince us that Chris Middleton got a roster spot, but Carmelo don't. It's all about that impact that it made on your life and the timing of your life and where you were. You know what I'm saying? So there's not going to be an artist that comes out that is going to be able to convince Nationwide is better than Jay-Z.
Or
Because Nationwide can
It
remember
ain't.
because Nationwide can remember unwrapping the CD.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't no one.
He can remember going to 14 karat gold.
It ain't no
before the
one.
streaming.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That's why nobody's ever going to step over that, and I think it's the same thing with sports. Nobody's ever going to catapult, or for us, we're not going to see nobody that should be in the league over Carmelo.
Thing about
Nah, it
Melo
ain't.
is it goes back to us is like when he was at Syracuse, bro, and he dogged them cats
Facts.
to win that championship.
Facts.
Not Denver by itself, but as the defined leader, as a freshman. So it's like you see shit like that, man, and then he was one of the 3 that didn't bust out of the top 4 picks. You know what
As
I'm
O
saying?
State fans, it was probably hard for y'all to say, all right, you know what, Zeke is better than Claret. See, look.
Yeah, it was.
Can
We didn't want to get
Can
at
you
it.
admit to that? Can you
I
admit
don't
to
know.
it?
I can't.
You can't. You
I-
know why? Because you remember.
No.
Miss
it-
Weimer's class and
No,
that
it
and no
ain't
shit.
about that. I just don't. I don't think you can compare the two because Claret didn't play year 2 and year 3.
It don't matter.
I don't know how good
It's
he would
not-
have been in year
no,
2, year 3.
but that's not the question. The question was who was better at Ohio State.
I mean, if you want to say who had a better career, that's
No,
It's not
Zeke.
career.
Period.
No,
Better
who was,
runner of the
who was
ball.
a better runner of the ball.
If you wanna say who had
when
a
they were
better
at
career-
Ohio State.
That's saying who had a better career.
No,
Zeke.
it's not.
Period.
No, it's not. Hey, when Zeke was at his best and Claret was at his best at Ohio State, who was better? That's a completely different thing.
Yeah,
Who had a better
like you would
career.
say, Emmitt
I'm
Smith
not-
had a better career, but Barry is definitely a better runner of the football.
exactly.
I wouldn't say Emmett had a better career.
Man,
He's
please,
a Super
bro.
Bowl
He's
champion.
A Super Bowl champion. He leads the league in rushing.
Right,
What do
like-
you mean? Like he didn't have a better
He
career?
definitely had a better career.
Motherfucking
I mean, they both got the Barry in the hall.
Barry,
I know, but I'm just saying though. But
But they
All
both
those
have
are-
a body of work that you compare the two between those two. Like,
But Barry's clearly the better runner of
yes,
the football.
he's the better runner. Fucking
that's what we're
back.
asking you. Who is the better running back?
Zeke. I mean, not Zeke. Fucking Claret.
Go Claret.
Okay, but
But
there
that's
it
hard
is.
for you to admit, though.
It was. He had to go through
No,
all that.
because I can't
That's how we
compare.
know it's
Like,
difficult.
I can't compare because I think Zeke is a fucking dog. I just don't know how good Claret would have been had he been there year 2, year 3.
But bro, you be adding extra stuff to
Nah, man.
the debate.
A lot of these
it's a concrete question.
No, it's really not because there's a lot of nuance in these sports debates. It's a lot of nuance.
It's how the question is phased.
Like, does Claret running against the Hurricanes, like that matters to you? The fact what he did against them.
A lot of matters to me
But
because
Zeke
he was
did
a
it against Alabama.
He was a true freshman, dominating.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was.
So like,
Did you feel cheated that McGay he got hurt that game?
nah, fuck,
I-
fuck him.
I wanted to see that.
Fuck 'em.
Just like I got to see Peyton Manning
Like,
versus
like I take that back. I mean, I
Charles
don't,
Woodson.
I don't
was
wish
dope.
injury upon no one. So like, I hate that.
AB.
I hate that. Oh shit. I hate McGay. He had to go down with a fucking injury, but fuck Miami. You know what I mean? Like we
What Yo Gotti say?
fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Claretta, Zeke, Meech.
Zeke.
I
That
mean,
easy.
like you can't take nothing away from Zeke, bro. Like you talking about 1,800 yards, led us to the national championship as a sophomore, and he's the best running back in the NFL right now. So you can't take nothing away from him.
Now, what running back at Ohio State let y'all down? Because I don't stay up on game, but when y'all
Smith.
Ross Smith.
but y'all tried to put me on what was his name, Dontre Wilson,
Mm.
and he just wasn't it.
Yeah, but they try to turn him more to a scat back, H
Didn't he
back,
come from
whatever.
Oregon or something like that?
Yeah.
Y'all tried to tell me, oh,
Nah,
he's
nah,
from
nah.
Oregon, and he
No,
blah,
he had
blah.
committed to Oregon. I forgot what state he's
The
from,
main
but he
thing
had
though
committed
is
to
that
Oregon.
with him is that everybody like he was fast still. He was fast as shit. And he was quick. And he was good. And he had a good career. But he just didn't had an NFL success as a Percy Harvin, and that's when people started pretty much saying that he didn't have a successful career. Like, no. Dontre was a positive contributor to Ohio State, and he had a solid career, bro.
Where you putting Bonzi Wells? Or not Bonzi Wells? What's his name?
Benny Wells.
Benny Wells.
Benny
Boy.
Wells was a dog.
But when you putting him
Benny
in
was
the
a dog.
Zeke Claret,
But the thing about it
Nah,
is
he
that
ain't up
due
there.
to the fact that he didn't have a successful NFL career, people are going to knock him. But if you look at just Ohio State, I was at the game at the shoe, not at the shoe, up north when he broke that long run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to like rank him anything lower than 3.
Mike Weber,
I mean, not all time, but of those 3.
Nah, Mike Weber low.
he low.
He low. Like he low. I'm not gonna say
He lower
low,
than Jordan
but
Hall.
nah, he bugged Jordan Hard for sure.
Jordan
But-
Hall was a dog.
But I mean, we're talking a small window because, like all the people you naming, I guess it's not really a small window because we're still talking about the last 18 years because we're basically all the people you naming
But
since Tressel,
The-
Tressel,
But,
until
but,
today.
but the running back at Ohio State I got introduced to was Eddie George.
Yeah. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
Eddie George is a Heisman, so you have to start with him
Yeah,
first.
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
As a college running back, you got to start with him, number one. Yeah.
See, but we didn't watch him, so it's hard to even.
Yeah.
I did watch that one game. It was Eddie. They branded it as Eddie George versus Tim Patuka, I believe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Penn, but Michigan. I was about to say
Yeah.
Penn State, Michigan, and then Kajana Carter was Penn State. But
Who was the receiver out there? David Boston.
David Boston.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, it's a lot of running backs. I mean, we
Joe Germain.
Out there
Fuck
whooping shit.
like we're forgetting about like guys like Michael Wiley and fucking my man who got was it Michael Pittman who had a couple good years.
Pittman had a good year.
So I mean,
Buccaneers,
Ohio State had a lot of good running backs, but I think you have to start with obviously Eddie George and then Zeke. Like far as
Damn, you going
but-
Eddie and Zeke?
but I think what we also
But you
can't
just said Claire was better.
but what, I was about to say what we can't do because I think when we talk about college, we always take what they have done in NFL as well.
Oh, I'm not.
Like you have to just look at them as a college back in general, and like you can't. Like, yeah, I think I would ultimately put Zeke number 2 because what he did in his sophomore, junior seasons.
Let's keep it going. Receivers. You going Teddy Ginn, Santonio Holmes?
Hell no, I ain't going none of them.
Who you rolling with outside?
I don't know, man.
Gamble.
I mean, David Boston is number 1 probably.
Mike Thomas.
Yeah.
He was a beast, bro.
Like a lot of our
What's the name?
guys.
See, but the thing about Nate, thing about Mike Thomas though is that he did what he's doing now. Then they just didn't get a lot of opportunity.
That's why. That's
But-
why it's hard for me to figure it out
See-
because a lot of our guys, like statistically underperform. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
but-
they all like made the most of the little opportunities they did get. You know what I mean?
Devin Smith was a monster.
Yeah.
monster in college, bro. Like he blew the top
Philly
off.
Brown?
Philly Brown was good, and he was real fast and quick, which you need to be as a receiver because he got actually he's the last person I think to return a punt for Ohio State. So yeah, Philly was good, but you know he wasn't as good as Devin Smith.
Yeah, Devin Smith, Mike Thomas, Ted Ginn was killing people.
Killing them.
And then lastly,
Mike,
if I
not Grant.
if I can get your QB.
No, wait. Santonio Holmes, running mate. Mike, what?
Michael Jenkins.
Michael Jenkins. Yeah,
Michael Jenkins was a
Jenkins.
beast. National
Monster.
championship team.
Chris Gamble, bro.
He won a DB. Mike Jenkins won a DB.
Nah, he was
Nah,
a receiver, number 12.
we're forgetting my white brother.
Dan Sanzerbacher.
Dan Sanzerbacher and
Alex Gonzalez.
My white
Gonzalez
brother.
and Hartline.
Heartline.
Yep.
Hartline, yeah,
Like
yeah.
we've had some solid like receivers.
TP.
It's just a lot of them don't have like the player like receiver of the year type of stats because we don't
We didn't recruit quarterbacks that
like,
passed the ball
right.
back
You know what
then.
I'm saying?
So if
Terrell
we-
Pryor wasn't a passer. Braxton Miller wasn't a pure
QBs,
passer.
if you going with your or who you think is the best O-State QB or your favorite O-State QB?
Haskins. I'm sorry, it's only 1 year, but I'm going Haskins number 1, and then I'll probably go Troy Smith 2, and then Braxton 3.
So Joe Jermaine ain't getting in there.
Fuck no.
You ain't trying to get Joe Jermaine no fucking love, man. Bruh.
Damn, I left TP out, but yeah, I think I go Braxton over TP.
Man.
I think
TP had like a 90-yard run, didn't he?
TP was nice, man. We would have won a national championship if Tatsuge didn't happen.
Bro.
TP was nice. But I agree with you, though. You not putting 12 gauge in there?
Nah, man, he had 3 games.
They're
Yeah,
very
3 game
miserable
win.
games.
The three like historic game run.
You not putting JT in there?
Man, fuck JT.
Joe Thomas Barrett. Number 1, bro. Let's
I'm
go.
cool on JT.
He's the best. He's the best quarterback to ever put on a red, scarlet, and fucking gray jersey, bro. Facts.
Okay, he's wrong.
Yeah.
Before I move on, any defensive guys that y'all just like, yo, this was the best defensive player that's came through Ohio State?
Oh man, I think our defense, like far as defensive guys, is way more legendary, or at least had better careers in the NFL than any of our offensive players.
On
Let's run
a
through
1 year basis, Malik Hooker.
Malik Hooker was a fucking animal.
Marshawn Lattimore.
Marshawn Lattimore 1 year. You got the Bosa's.
The Bosa's. Got to think about the
Do
Bosa's.
you know
for
who
sure.
is one of my favorite players, bro? Number 7, DB, strong safety. I think his last name was it's not Hill.
Hines.
Hines, bro.
Yeah.
Jamel Hines.
Jamel
That was my
Hines.
motherfucking nigga.
Fucking we DBU for real. Fuck LSU. Fuck Texas. What up, Al? What
Hey,
up?
Denzel
What
Ward.
What up?
Denzel Ward.
Cal.
Yeah, Cal. What up, Cal?
Is it Eli Apple O-State?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Eli Apple State.
As far as like in college, bruh, there was no DB that had greater lockdown skills than Denzel Ward. I've
Like,
been screaming this shit.
Let's not talk about backers. I mean, Darren Lee, fucking
Shazier.
Shazier. I mean, like the list goes on, man. Ohio State had put out a number of players, and for us to only have one fucking national championship is a fucking letdown. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean? When
like-
national championship win?
During the Urban Meyer era, this is a letdown.
He had a tumor, Nate. He had a fucking tumor, bro.
I think the first year, Nate, obviously that was out of our control.
Yeah, first year was out of control. Out of
Yeah,
Ohio State's control.
Yeah. True.
So that was one, and then you had JT Barrett and them. Excuse me, Joey
won the
Bosa
second
and
year,
them
though.
won their sophomore year. So then the junior year, that was definitely a miss there because they were
That's
all.
a let fucking down
That was
for
that
sure.
was the 1 year that I think we should have won, but we didn't. So I think there's only 1 year in there where, we dropped the ball. In last year, I think. I
think
know.
the last 2 years.
No, we had the talent last year to win.
The last 2 years for sure. I don't know if we would have won it, but we should have been in the playoffs
Last
Both
year
years.
was when we suffered that big ass loss.
to Purdue, and the year before that
Iowa.
was the Iowa. So
Which team was better though?
I think last year's team was better.
Are we inviting Jesse back for Hate Week?
Man,
Oh, he
fuck
can
him,
come.
bro. He never wore his fucking shirt.
Yeah, he
never
did.
won shit.
Yeah, Jesse, you always won.
He definitely owes one. Is Michigan? How's Michigan looking this season?
Let me take that
Bums,
back. Hey, Jesse,
trash.
I know you listen to the show, and I'm sorry I said
Trash.
fuck you, bro. I ain't mean it like that because you're gonna get all salty. But fuck you, man.
Yo, you see the new Yeezy foams?
Them shit's trash.
Phones.
Them
Yes.
shit's
I'll let you
motherfucking
Google
garbage.
real quick. Look at the Yeezys. Get on Instagram. Look
Oh
at the
yeah,
Yeezys.
they like
They got
moon
holes in them.
boots,
They
moon
like
shoes.
Crocs.
Yeah, they're like
You know somebody with status is gonna wear them.
I'm wearing them. I got status. I
But
am
you better not
Nike,
have
though.
your fucking feet out in the winter.
big baggy Yeezy clothes with my feet out, son.
Sunday service down at the Riverscape.
Yeah.
Them shits is trash.
But we know they're gonna be catchy though. So why are
No,
we
they're
pretending?
not. No, they're
No,
them,
they
no.
are though. You
Come
know,
on, man.
you know how people
I
hype
have
these-
to. I have to believe that people are more savvy consumers than just like to purchase anything that have a fucking name on it.
Not really. Not now. Not in this climate. Everybody has to agree. Which is funny to me because I see now people are starting to want to cancel Dave Chappelle for that stand up, but it's not gonna happen.
Man, even if he did, he don't give a
He
fuck.
don't give a fuck.
But you can't cancel him, man. That stand up was legendary. A lot of that shit was like, man, I love that stand up, bro, because it like
What do you think of Blake Griffin's jokes
love that shit.
about Caitlyn Jenner?
I love that shit. Like only for the simple fact, like if you part of LGBTQIA plus community,
QIA.
yeah, they added alphabets to the end of it. But if you're part of that community and you want to be like accepted, you want to be treated equally, you should be equally be able to take these fucking jokes. I mean, that's what we do. Like, and comedy is a big part of American culture, and you should be able to get joked on. And like, that shit was funny.
And
And Caitlyn Jenner stood up. Like, it was
The
kind
thing
of
is,
like,
I don't
like,
even think it's that community that be upset. I think it's like people that's not in that community that be trying to act like they're activists and be fake woke and be like, let
And-
me fight for them.
And the thing about that was that it was a roast.
Yeah, it's a roast.
It's a roast.
Yeah.
Like, that was the general purpose of the event. It's not like he went up there and accepted MVP and just started getting at Caitlyn Jenner, though.
Did you see Caitlyn Jenner's response
No,
when she got up there and did her part?
no, that's it.
Her response was, she said, everybody say I cut it off, meaning her dick. And she said, well, this dick created Kylie Jenner, who is a billionaire. It
Nice.
created, what the fuck is her daughter's name? Kendall
Nobody know-
Jenner.
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner, which is the highest paid model. I got 10. I've raised 10 kids. I got 20 grandchildren. So no, I didn't cut it off. I just retired it. I was like, yo, drop mic. You fucking spitting out billionaires and
Yo.
highest paid models shit.
Hey, that's hilarious.
Hey, thank you, Ray J.
Hey, yeah, this ITL, man. I'm signing out. I'm signing out. That's nationwide. That's why he paying so for that. You got
Hey,
his knees out
bruh,
today.
he got that goddamn joke book, bruh.
Right. But he's right. He's right though. It may not have been Ray J, but it was definitely the. But I always say this: a lot of people got sex tapes. Everybody ain't turned that sex tape into a
Nah,
billion
they
dollar
didn't.
empire.
They didn't. That family has definitely capitalized off that sex tape, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Other people's sex tapes
Oh,
is just
shit.
embarrassment.
They definitely. But
You get it first.
Yeah, she might move on the rappers and ball players, but we all know I hit it first. I hop in the club and pop a show love, and I don't even put in work.
I ain't put in
I
work.
hit it, I 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 hit it first.
Shout out to Ray Jizzle.
bro, that shit crazy.
Hey, bro, Ray J, wow for that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ray J's #1 song he ever made, "One Wish," bro, is
One Wish
one
was
of
that
is
shit.
one of the best R&B songs that we've
Uh,
had in
high
our
school.
time.
You went too far.
What do you mean in our time?
No, it wasn't one of the best. It
It
was
was
it was a
good.
hit. It was good.
What one of the best? Ain't
Bro.
nobody going to. Ain't nobody putting on Ray J as a
Hey,
go-to.
hey
Bro.
DJ, spin that one wish.
Hey, right.
Hey.
Right. You know what? To turn this bitch up. That one wish.
I
No,
guarantee,
no.
bro. You play
I'll
that
play Happy
song.
People.
No, bro. If you play that song, bro, in a group of anybody, bro, the whole
A
party is
group
gonna
of
turn up.
anybody. Name your group of anybody's.
I'm telling you.
Shit. No, I mean, One Wish is a good song. Facts, it is. But
What do
it's
you-
not,
why
it's
are
not
you-
the
you-
best.
Bro, you are a hater.
No. Just because I'm not categorizing as the best doesn't mean it's whack. I was listening to something else. Speaking of music, Young Berg. What's his name?
Hitmaker.
What's his name? Young Berg or Lil Berg?
Young Berg.
Young Berg. Has anybody else reinvented themselves the way Young Berg
Two
has?
Chains.
I don't know though.
Titty
'Cause
Boy to
like,
2
like,
Chainz.
You go from getting slapped by Mano, you getting beat up by security, and now you was on Love and Hip Hop, and now you just the go-to guy for music. Has anybody been able like Bow Wow can't reinvent himself this way?
Because Bow
No,
Wow
no.
don't make beats.
Bow Wow could have. He keep fucking up and still being Lil Bow Wow.
He got dropped a
You know what
little.
I'm saying?
He got to stop being Lil.
Like he could have, but
But would you say 2 Chainz is a reinvention or just a reintroduction?
I think same thing, same difference.
Not necessarily. Like you would have accepted him if had the
Bro.
music been the sound. You would have accepted him under Titty Boy.
My young bird got the same birthday as me.
Oh shit!
I think
Or
I would say
we forgot to say happy birthday on the pod to my
Yeah,
my
happy
guy.
birthday. Me
Yeah,
Lou.
man, fuck y'all.
Man.
like I would go with Titty Boy. I would go with Joe Butt. Like, cause I think he's
he
more
ain't making music. Well,
he's more popular as
yeah,
a podcaster than he
is.
was as a
is.
rapper.
He is.
So
he is.
I would say Joe. Wow. I think the list pretty much cut off after that. Like, I can't think of too many other names.
It's so many podcasts now, bro.
It's a lot.
T.I.
of
just
podcasts.
dropped one.
It's a lot of podcasts.
Nicki Minaj retiring. I
She
can't
need
keep
to,
up.
She need to stop her shit.
I can't even keep up. Jamel Hill got one, and I can't. Sometimes I don't feel like listening to that serious shit, so I don't listen to hers that often. Every Sunday I do listen to T.D. Jakes though, and get my little word in, my little bedside Baptist.
I
Bedside
need
back.
to check Jamel Hills out.
You got to pick and choose your episodes. Sometimes you don't feel like being in that space, in that headspace to where she bringing you. You know, you see the type.
I'm
of
looking
article
for
she write.
podcasts because like one of my favorite. Like I'm a podcaster.
Hey,
I'm
fuck them.
I'm a podcaster.
You looking for ITL podcasts?
Like and I watch YouTube podcasts, whatever you want to call them, YouTube episodes. I don't know what the fuck to call them, but so I'll be looking for shit. But
Listen
I'm
to
gonna
Guys
check-
We Fuck.
Who? What?
It's a podcast with 2 chicks. The name of it is called Guys We Fuck.
Oh,
The only reason I heard of it is because Charlamagne was on there.
it sounds like Horrible Decisions podcast.
Yep, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Facts.
That's crazy.
Anything else before we wrap this shit up?
Fuck the NBA for cutting out the ninja headbands. Y'all some pussies.
Man, fuck them ninja headbands.
It was
I
fire.
hated them shits, bro.
Well, they hate you.
I wasn't a fan of them.
Mm-mm.
We talked y'all. This is the first time in 3 years that we actually sat down and went through a rundown of top Ohio State players.
It's been a while. I mean, it was one of those things that was understood, but we never discussed it.
And like y'all are both Ohio State basketball players. Who y'all put on the throne? Diebler?
Day cookie, baby.
Who y'all put on the throne? Greg Oden?
It's all day cookie.
Ron Lewis?
Jim Jackson.
I'll fight that motherfucker to
Jim
this day,
Jackson?
bro. If
I mean,
I
as far
see
as-
Ron Lewis in person, we gotta throw these hands.
Aaron Craft? Who you put on
Sully?
the throne?
Sully.
Dave Lighty, man.
Far as
Sully, no. What's his name? Deshaun Thomas? Was that his name?
He was a fucking animal.
Man, he was trash.
What?
He was
as
fucking trash,
as a
bro.
college player,
He was
he's a
trash.
fucking animal.
No, I hated dude.
He was an
Trash.
animal. Evan Turner, as a college player, was an animal.
His jump shot was terrible form.
Terrible.
They all
form.
sucked as pros, but
Yeah, exactly.
They was-
That's
they
why.
was
'Cause they was
animals
trash.
as college
They just
players.
playing in the Big Ten.
he's animals as college players. So I don't know what to say.
All right, I'm trying. Ain't nothing for y'all else to argue about.
Nah,
Ohio
I ain't got
State?
shit else to talk about.
Who's the
man.
best center at Ohio State?
I don't have shit to talk about, yo.
My man born.
right. So as always, man, cue up something, dog. As always, thank y'all for tuning in. Look, when we go through the summer months, you know, there's content struggles, but we just like to come on here and kick shit with y'all. There's things that we discuss, man. It's a lot of insiders as well. That's why it's funny to me. That's why I'm cracking the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Shout out to Ray Jizzle. Hey, he a married man now, yo.
Hey.
y'all- Ray J was naked on Love and Hip Hop in the and Black Twitter went in because he was sitting there in his drawers and they said Ray J got a fat ass pussy.
No, the funniest
Hey,
shit was
man,
his
don't
hat
be
kept
on the
moving.
TV, huh?
His hat kept moving. Every fucking.
Hey, his hat-
Oh, bro, that shit was
That's
hilarious.
Hey, but nah, I ain't got shit to say,
Hey,
man.
bro, I wasn't done.
Oh, my bad, my nigga. Fuck you.
we ain't
Fuck.
got, we don't care. We
Hey.
don't got Terry. We don't care. He ain't got shit
Hey,
to say because I
he
wasn't finished
don't
saying.
Give a fuck.
So, anyways, shout out to me, man, Johnny Will, because
Shout out to me.
because Nate was trying to take my turn. Yo, fact. This guy's a motherfucker, right? Shout out to us. Shout out to Me and ITL Podcast. I'm Johnny Will. I'm signing out.
Yo, man, this is Nationwide Nate. I ain't got shit to say. Fuck y'all. I'm out of here.
It's Cartier King, man. I'm a little under the weather. You hear me sniffling and snaffling. But we still here, so we appreciate y'all tuning in. I know this is an off day. Normally we come through on a Thursday. We come through on a Friday to kick y'all shit off. So we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Follow me at King Meech DYT and on social networks. Fuck you, AB. You a hoe ass nigga. That's a fact. We out.
You mad, bro?